Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue our entry level to Megabase playthrough, and right now we are working on our science and everything else that is needed for it. So at the end of last episode we just got that done. So now what I want to focus on is actually trying to solve, or there's a bottleneck issue in terms of petroleum and processing units. So to do that, we'll kind of have to set up a bit more down here. But one thing I am a bit worried about is that these can't keep up when everything is running, as we can see right now. So I want to go down and move things around a small amount and then maybe put in a beacon right here in the middle. Right now it doesn't really fit, but if you move this one up one, then we should be good. So that is the plan. So let's go down and fix that, and let's just take our trusty car to the south. Here we go. Watching our great wall of robots, or roboports at least. Oh, sorry about that, little lamps. And let's go down to our oil. Here we are. So let's see, we have to go around. How can we improve this? Like I said, I want to move it up one. We could move the water input up here as well. And I think I'll do that right away just to make some room. So what if we put the water right here? I think that'll be fine for now. That should level itself out. Could just move what's called the barrels for it. So there we are. Here comes the barrels of water. That is good. Active provide. There we are. That should now be working. So that will give us a bit more room here in the middle to work with. For one, we can expand down our heavy oil cracking. And we can take that one away. Let's just pick up most of this. Here comes the robots to help. And oh yeah, we have this one hooked up to the water. Not really necessary now that things are just kind of moving around. Just kind of wants to fill up since we have nothing coming in by pipe. So just leaving it like this should be good enough. So let's move it up one. Firstly, we'll have to disconnect that. We can leave this, I think, if we do more of this. So we add it in right here. We will be able to fit in one more. And I think I'll do that just to have a bit more say in the matter. Can we fit it in some easy way? Take that part to right here. Take you out, water in. That one goes nowhere. And we need to remove that one, it seems. Then we need to move all of this up one, pretty much, to make room for the beacons. So if we just take you and move you up to right here. To be honest, we can keep the thing on the side the same, which actually is quite nice. Let's just do that. Here we go, and the water. Because that should solve that. This still goes into the correct spot. That means we actually could leave this connection as is. That means we can add beacons in between here as soon as all the pipes has been removed. Let's just give it a helping hand. Go back a bit more and just do it up here. There we are. I think that will work very nicely. So now we should be able to just copy paste this one over and set up a second or more production of science. So let's copy it. Just take pretty much this entire part, move it over here, and as simple as that, we have just done a 50% increase in our what's it called? Oil. Let's just go one more. There we are. I think that should be good. Now we just have to make sure everything hooks up correctly. Always get a bit worried when I see a pipe coming in like that. Where did that come from, to be honest? Is that... Oh, that's just a pipe that's misplaced. So we can actually remove this one. And we should be able to do it on this side as well. That one. And let's go to the first one as well and do the same. Right there. Not really used. So now we have room to put in beacons. Should probably have done that before we moved it. But let's see, 1, 2, 3. So they can touch about 3 at a time, is that correct? So 1, 2, 3. Because we have a space, that means we can't go all the way. Something like that. Can put in one more if we want over here. But let's skip these two for now. Then we can take this, or pretty much take more of it, and just add it over here, since I forgot to do it before. Luckily, everything is very modular, so that makes no difference at all. So hopefully this increases our production a bit. What I'm worried about is that maybe our oil can't keep up anymore. But for now, I think it's fine. It seems to be going quite well. And then we'll just have to see after that. Oh, is power going that far down? Oh, snap. Or power. Well, would you look at that? We actually maxed it out. That is... that's actually quite exciting. So let's just make sure that doesn't happen again. Some of it is because of our science, which should be maxing out soon. But other than that, it's pretty much because we are producing a ton of things over here and have a ton of robots in the air. Look, that 12,500, that's 12,000 robots in the air at one point. That we'll need to do something to in just a little while. Luckily, a base can easily handle that. We have a small amount of deficit, since that just means that we will be underpowered for a few seconds before it kicks back in again. So that is our oil. Let's just add 2 more oil dots right here. And oil. So that should increase all of this, giving us what we need. So the next thing I wanted to work on was pretty much that's gonna solve the plastic and things not. That can just wait a bit. But next thing I want to fix is our processing units. So we can start to throw in productivity in a lot of our machines. If we do that, that will also save how many robots are traveling at the same time. And because of that, save a bit of power. So please go north. For this nice cleared field of any debris. All the way up into our base. There we are. So let's just continue up to our blue circuit factory or processing units. Wow, this is going a bit crazy. But that is fine. So let's see here. I want to get beacons on most of this. So let's just start the setup over here. We can just do pretty much this one, just adding beacons on both sides. It will not give us the fastest in the world, but it should make it fast enough for what we need. And then beacons can hit a few. We could also do... No, it needs to go down the line. But what if we do something like this then? If we have a line of these, doing processing units, if we just do one input line, because we can't jump between them, that's not going to work. We can do it if we move it out one, so out here. That way we can do it and still have the input output ones. Pretty much running a line like, let's see where's it at, pipe. Pretty much out here, jumping in. Then we'll have chests here, let's put in 2 to show you. Or actually it has to be there, going both ways, and a jump down. But how does that look in terms of beacons? Yeah, look, that's 1 to 4 out. So that won't work. And we can't just drag this along. If you give it one spot in between, I think, no, we'll need a bit more than that. We'll need 2 spots in between, and we're doing 3 over here, so we can't do it much more efficient than this. So we could just keep it as this setup. For now, just add beacons to the side. Yeah, I think that is what we are going to do. That seems to be the most logical solution. That means we'll do this. Pretty much this setup. Come with me, please. All the way down. But we'll do it somewhere where we can have beacons on the side. So let's put it here for now and then add some beacons to it. Just to see how it looks. Something like that might be good. So it touches 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 3. And I think that will be just fine doing something like this. There we are. And then we just need to get it all the way to the side. So what if we line it up, of course the same height, so we can get in this one. So right here, I think, all the way over. Will that give us enough room for the input? 1, 2, 3. Maybe do it here just to make it look a bit good. Let's try that. On for size. Then we can take this one, fit it on right here. That goes for the robots to collect the things we need. And then we are looking quite good. Let's just do this as well. You can go and upgrade to that one. Kind of want this one to stop a bit. Because I want this one to empty out. And then we'll do a new one over here that's beaconed. And see how that goes. Yeah, the power is back to supplying enough again. It was just a momentarily spur when we had a ton of robots moving things around. That is what happens once in a while. That's going to take a while to empty out. Do we have room for one right next to it? We'll just have to deconstruct this part right here. You can go away. And then we do have room for one more. I don't know if one of these is enough for everything we need. But, oh, let's just do this. Is that hooked up what we need? 4520. If do that with productivity in. That's going to be a lot slower, so hopefully that is enough in terms of getting things working. So let's do this. Right here, one more. Let's get out the way so it can work. And we can just hook it up here at the bottom. If one is enough, that is. Okay, it needs 5 every 10 seconds. I think one of these might be enough to get it all around the base. So just doing something like this should hook it up very, very nicely. Remember to get in all of these. We'll kind of dismantle the ones we have over here. Oh, that's going to slow it down a ton, but that is... I was about to say it's fine, but it's not really fine, because we do need them to produce quite a bit for us. And I don't really have that many productivity ones. We could go and steal them from our furnaces. I think we'll do that for now. They could be better spent somewhere else. So let's go to our iron ones. This should have a bit. The same with the steel. They actually have quite a bit. So let's just steal all of you. I kind of need you back. For somewhere a bit more efficient and somewhere that's gonna save us a lot more resources. Was that all of it we put in? We have it in steel as well. Let's just take you as well. Oops, did not mean to take you. You can go back in again. There we are. Damn it. Trying to take these. Oh, we actually put quite a few in these. And just so you know, each one of these cost an insane amount of resources. But we need to get it in the other ones to get more of these produced. That is pretty much what I'm going for. So that was all of that. Still working as intended. And how is our resources looking while we're running? Copper and plastic is still lacking behind. Should hopefully catch up in a few minutes. Or at least this did double our production. So finally all of these has been delivered. Oh, we have 80, damn. So that means we can put them in each one of them, making them produce extremely slowly. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't go in that one. Here, here, here. And do we have enough to fill in the other ones over here? Probably not, so we'll just cut it off where we don't have enough to fill it. So just disconnect it right here. And then hook up a few beacons. Let's just dismantle this part. Please go away. That should give us a lot more into our inventory as soon as they get collected. And then let's go get a few labs. No, not labs. A few beacons. Seems the power is back to full strength again. So here is a few of you. Let's empty out all this junk I keep picking up for some reason. Let's just go up here and do it. Take that, please. Take that. That's a lot of blueprints that's not really used for anything anymore. Take all of this as well. Go away. Pipe, pipe. That will, oh, I need those on me. And then the rest should be fine. stop you as well. There's no need for me to run around with that. So that's a bit more room. Let's get the beacons. And let's see if we can't speed up the production of those. Of the processing units. This is at least running quite well. If you look at our production right now, it's probably gonna be lower than we had before. Look, we had up to 270 at some points, then we removed it. But further back, we only produced about 60. So as soon as I add beacons, at least to this missile one, we should be in a better state. Can we reach these from outside? If not, we'll just do it from right here. And this is going to be quite 4. And the last 3. That should give us a bit more production. It goes from half a speed to 175. So that should increase our production with quite a bit. You are still missing some. And hook you up. So there we are. That is looking exactly like I wanted. Could add beacons on both sides. We'll probably add the next one over here and do beacons on that one first, since that is more efficient. But not until I have more productivity units. So look at that. Wow, green circuits is really lacking. Oh well, we'll just let it run for now. This should get things sorted. Yep. Oh, it's because these are too fast to not have more than this. So we'll have to up this to, let's just say, 250. That way this should work. Did not mean to do that. Not that either, sorry, guys. Please copy this here, here, and here. And the same over here. That should get in more green circuits and make sure that it can keep running non-stop. As long as we can supply that many green circuits, that is. So how does the production look now? Whoa, that's a huge increase. Compared to an hour ago, where I just slowly did this. So we're about 200 now. That's gonna help us a bit. But it is gonna tax our green circuits a whole lot. So it's gonna be quite exciting to see how much of a mess this makes. Let's also do this. You there. And yet again. Any other jams around the base? No, this is just because we're requesting that many, so that should solve itself. And everything else is actually going quite good. Is this working? We have oil going in. We have water building up in the tank. And we have room for beacons. Because nothing is getting through yet, since we're still filling up our all barrels. So that is fine. That should solve. There comes all of our roboports. Making sure that we will have no issues here in the future. So now it's all down to the inputs of copper. And why is that so slow? We do have enough, right on the edge, enough robots. They are moving as fast as they can. So it's pretty much just a case of us not having enough production. Right now I don't really want to add any more robots in the air. Oh, we could actually quite easily do that. But I need to get more produced in terms of productivity and speed. How much are we producing? Yeah, the same we've done always. 9.5 is the max. So what if we just put down a speed right here in the middle and some productivity in these? Might do it up top, since that is the one that should be emptied out first. So what if we do something like this? Except they're outer free ones, just to try it. Then we'll add a few beacons in here. Pretty much to the one they touch. 5, here is some speed. And that way this should be producing a lot faster. With a bit of a margin. Oh well, 20% margin, that means 20% less robots in the air moving product. Could we just add it to the rest as well? Just to try it. Yeah, we do have the power for it, so why not? Let's see how much one whole row can do. And there's some speed. How fast are you now? 170%? Not too shabby. We can still put one on the opposite side to make it go even faster. But getting those that have productivity to work a bit faster is actually not a bad idea. That did increase our copper production with about... What is that maxing out at? 11k? So from 10 to 11, that gave us about 10%, 15% increase in productivity. And let's say 15% increase in productivity doing that. And we're not using any more resources, and that is actually the most important part. The only thing we're using is power, and hopefully we have enough power to support it. That is always one of the fun parts. Yeah, we're gonna tax our base quite a bit. Will the power go? No. But we will have to expand out our power very soon. Luckily, none of that. Oh, it does require. Oh, it does require actually quite a bit to put down solar panels. Don't even want to think about how many, what's called, electronic circuits went to build this, but quite a lot. So let's not tax our system by building more. Let's just hope that they can even out slowly but surely. We're at least getting productivity a lot faster now. And that was pretty much... Wow, that's going a lot faster. So what if we do the two middle one? We can actually do it here as well. With beacons. To get it working even faster. So here we are. And the last one down here. Then how many did we have here? We have 12. Means 24, means 48 to fill it all up. But we can't just fill this one, to be honest. What is our production speed? 4 minutes. That is actually not too bad. On average. That's not too bad. So let's just fill out the rest of this one. Wow, look at the migration. Look at the lack of robots. Luckily that is self-sustaining. So let's just fix it over here and see how fast we can get these in the middle. Oh, that's maybe one too many up here. Oh, it's fine. Hopefully our power can handle this. I don't really want them to touch these ones that doesn't have productivity yet. Before we get it in them. So let's just take a few of these out. This one as well. That way we are only doing beacons on things that are actually filled with productivity. So how fast is this one now? Wow, 370. Look at that speed, guys. Hopefully this is supplying fast enough. If not, we'll just have to increase how much it's requesting. With whatever consequences that may have. But now we're up to about 12, 13. So that's a quite big increase just by beaconing this. But then again, it is running at, if you take this one, almost 4 times speed. I can't even do it. Almost 5 times speed with 20% more resources coming out. That is very, very good. So yeah, I think we will be looking into doing more beaconing of our smeltery area, since that is where everything comes in. And a 20% increase in resources is 20% less robots flying. That saves the power for that, and pretty much just adds it to the beacon. And how much power do they use? That might actually save us power doing that. That could be fun if beaconing things and putting in productivity modules will save us power. That is gonna be fun to see if that is actually the case. So I think this is a rather good place to stop here in the light of our almost firstly fully beaconed smeltery column. Could actually skip the outer edge ones just for your crafting to save a bit of resources and just have it on the inside where all of them actually hits 8. Yeah, I think that might actually be a good way to do it. But that's for another episode. Wait, no. So while I put in the rest, please give me a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe. That's the same. If you think this is a good build and if you enjoy watching it. So let's do that. And there we are. Fully beaconed. Doing a ton of copper. So yeah, as I was saying, this is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you next episode. Bye.